week's daily race B is at Spa, 3 racing mediums, on the Audi R8 LMS here. First corner, you know, look out for the 100 board, and just as you get past that, you can see on the right hand side there's a gap in the fence with some red markers on the poles. Just as you get to that, or just after the 100 board, that's where you start braking down in first, tail brake into the corner, don't do it, and then careful on the throttle in first, and then accelerate out once you straighten up. Just towards the right hand side here. And at this point over here, you see those shadows protruding onto the track or at the 50 board. You're just going to chuck it in towards the left hand side, and then you can see you straddle this line over here. 2 wheels have to be on the red and yellow stuff, but you can cut quite a bit of it, so you get a wide entry into this next corner. You want to be a bit late into your right-hander here, so you can see as you turn in, don't get too much of the curb over here. It can throw you off or make you lose time by getting some wheel spin or unsettling the car. So turn in a bit late, then you can straight line it to left-hander. Keys to be checked on the inputs over them, then you steering angles. Next corner, just after the 100 board, as the curb starts on the left hand side, that's your brakes, hard onto the brakes, roll into the corner, avoid the bollards over here, just partial throttle in second, and as you're in the middle of the 2 corners over here, just going to lift off a bit, get in, partial throttle through the accelerate a bit so you get some rotation, and as you're pointing towards this curb on the left hand side, you're going to shift up to third and start lifting off as you get to those tire marks. Again, careful of those bollards, don't cut too much. Once you hit the inside of the curb, again accelerate out of there. As the curb on the left starts over here, you're going downhill, so brake a bit early. Trail brake into the corner, because you're going to be turning in a bit, all the way down first, go through it, and exit in second. As you get to this outside curb over here, so you're going to accelerate towards it, you'll be in third. As you get to that first gap in the fence on the right hand side, just past it over here, you can see the next one over there. It's easier to keep your eye on that one straight in front, so as you're pointing towards it, just tap the brakes, are going down into second and then up into third, and you can see you want to be done with your braking and gear shifts early. If you're going to keep it in third, then it's all good, but at this point you want to almost be pointing towards the bollards and accelerating close on to flat out, so that you get a bit of understeer. I lost some time there, you can see the time holding too much control on the inside. Next corner is the fence ends over there, or you used to get to those marshals on the left hand side, or you can just use that color change in the barriers. You can see it's dark and going to light. Just gonna hit the brakes on into the roll ever so slightly in third and then accelerate out. It's better than you getting straight away, just a fraction of a second. You're gonna roll in third. And then as you pass that shadow of the overhead signage before you get to the 50 board, or you can use the start of the curve as an indicator, hit the brakes, down into second, go through that and accelerate out. As these tire marks get dark, you want to start lifting off, tap the brakes if you need to. Keep it in second, get some rotation, then exit in third. And then as you get to this point over here, I was using the start of the curve as a distance marker, or you can see as the barrier goes from red to this yellow, that's just before the curve. Gonna hit the brakes, trail brake in second, accelerate out of there. Now at this corner, what I was doing was getting into fourth quite early, because it's a bit difficult for me to get that right-hander just right. So at this point you can see as I'm leaving that fence, or as you get to that house, or you just double shift into fourth and chuck it in early before the curb starts, and again you're sort of aiming for that bollard over there, and you just miss it if you full throttle, the steering so slightly. So key is to turn in early over there. If you need to lift off it, otherwise double shift into fourth. That also helps settle the car. And then as you get to this point, as the blue and white stuff on the right hand side starts, you're going to chuck it in early into this corner, flat out through that section. And on the right hand side, just after the 150 boards, as you get that blank billboard on your right hand side. As it hits the edge of your screen, you're going to hit the brakes, hard onto the brakes all the way down the first row through the corner, accelerate a slight bit, tap the brakes if you need to, then lift off and when you're the left-hander, and accelerate as quickly as possible above wheel spin as long as 280 before.